In this video, let's go over how we can actually use a WordPress SEO plugin to improve our search ranking for, of course, our WordPress site. Now, one of the advantages of having a WordPress site is it sort of has built-in SEO. WordPress is by and large very, very good at helping you to organize SEO just without using a plugin at all. Things like putting titles as H1 tags and all that fun stuff. But with the right SEO plugin, you can actually boost your chances of getting higher rankings across all the various search engines. Now, the biggest names in SEO plugins, at least when it comes to WordPress, are the All-in-One SEO Pack and WordPress SEO by Yoast. Now, we were originally using All-in-One SEO, but we switched to WordPress SEO by Yoast for a couple of reasons. One of the biggest ones is that the All-in-One SEO Pack actually had some security flaws that were noticed, and kind of in my own opinion, they just weren't handled that properly. And because of that, we decided, okay, we're going to start looking at other WordPress plugins, and we found WordPress SEO by Yoast. Yoast is an amazing developer. He's a focused developer. He's got a company that develops multiple plugins. And, you know, even though WordPress SEO by Yoast is free, there is a paid version. There's lots of good reasons that to sort of basically assume that this WordPress plugin is going to be continue to evolve and to get better and better and better. So that's kind of why we decided to go with that. Now, WordPress SEO by Yoast, right? Lots of optimization features, but it's kind of easy to get overwhelmed. But don't worry about it, because the actual plugin is a whole lot simpler to use than it looks. It's just that the advanced options that are there are for those of us who are very, very familiar with SEO, or if you're familiar with SEO and you want to really dive into some details, you can. And I'll show you some screenshots in a second. For us, it just took about 15 minutes to set up and customize, and we were off and running. And now, whenever we do a plugin, we basically have our SEO kind of done for us as we follow along with this plugin. So it's actually pretty cool. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the options. They've got title and meta description previews. Now, this is something where it basically will preview exactly how your post is going to look when it comes to search results like Google. So it'll actually give you a preview, and you can change how it looks, which is pretty nice. So then you could actually have a blog post that starts out one particular way. And instead of a lot of plugins, they just sort of take out that first part of the blog post and they make that default little description area. You can change it. You can put whatever you want in that description area. So maybe if your post doesn't start out all that well, you can actually change and make this description on your, what they call the snippet preview here. You can actually make it a little more compelling. So it's a really nice option to have there. The other thing that it does is XML sitemaps. Now, we actually used to use a whole separate plugin that was actually called, I believe it was called XML sitemaps, but now we don't have to do that because we got rid of that plugin. And remember, when it comes to WordPress, the less plugins you have, the better, because this plugin does it for us. So it creates all these different sitemaps. We have a sitemap for videos. We have a sitemap for our posts, our pages. It does a really, really good job of organizing those. And essentially, if you're not familiar with a sitemap, all it really is just a directory of your site, so that when a Googlebot comes around and kind of wants to know what your site is about, so it can report back and start ranking you, it will automatically hit the sitemap. The sitemap shows it around your website, kind of gives it a tour, and tells it what it's all about, so that the Googlebot can report back accurate information. So very, very cool feature it has there. Now, the other thing that it has that we talked about earlier were some SEO features that are a little more advanced. So you can actually adjust this on a per post basis. If for whatever reason you didn't want a particular post to be found by search engines, you can just, they call it de-index it, or make it so that the robots are asked to sort of move along and to not index this. You can do different breadcrumb stuff just for tracking purposes. You can change URLs and redirects. There's lots of different stuff you can do on here. And again, so that's what makes it very, very powerful for us, because it has all these options. And to be honest, we don't really use those that much, but it's nice to know that they are actually there. Now, you can also enhance RSS feeds. Now, for those of you who know what RSS feeds are, they basically where you're going out and you're syndicating your content. This is where you can actually put content before and after the posts, so when the RSS readers pick it up, you'll actually see that content. It's pretty cool because you can put basic information about your blog, give people a reason to go and visit your blog, as opposed to reading the RSS feed on feedly.com or something like that. So here's your hack. You're going to go to this link. It's ssm.tips, Yoast WP SEO. It'll take you right to the Yoast page where you can download a free version of WordPress SEO. And we actually still use the free version. Now, I mentioned earlier, they do have a paid version, and you are more than welcome to get that. It comes with a few extra options and tons of support. So if you need a little more hand-holding on setting up, they will definitely do that for you. And to be honest, that paid version is why we like it so much, because we know that they are making money off of this plugin from some users. And because of that, they're more dedicated to improving it and keeping it running and keeping it evolving. So right now, again, free version is perfectly fine for us. We recommend that you use the free version as well. If you find you need the additional options or support, then chalk it up for a few bucks and grab the paid version of it. And we also have an article, there's a link to an article here for a comprehensive guide on actually how to set up all of the different settings for your own site. So I hope to find that useful as well. Of course, if you find this video useful and want to find more like it, just visit us at seriouslysimplemarketing.com. We've got a ton of great information out there, and we're always looking for more topics. So if you have some questions or comments about different topics that you'd like us to go ahead and research for you, just drop them in the comments below. Thanks again for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next one.